Today I'm going to share with you my 2x4 story. It's a very, very old story. I think it was around 15 years old the first time I've heard it. So it's an old story. And this story got me to be elected president of my class when I was close to 17 years old, I think. I needed to prepare a speech. I had heard this story and I thought, this is the story I'm going to use. And it worked. I got elected. So here's the 2x4 story. Let's say you take a 2x4, you put it on the ground, and you tell someone, if you walk on that 2x4, I'll give you $20. So that's pretty low stake. It's $20. That's cool. It's very easy. The 2x4 is not that hard to walk on. So the first guy says, yeah, sure, I'll do it for $20. The young lady with the flat shoes says, yeah, no problem. I'll do it for $20. Walks across the 2x4. She's fine. And then they asked another lady with high heels. And she said, well, I don't know about doing it in high heels, but hey, what the heck? $20. Why not? She does it with high heels on a 2x4. She walks on it, gets to the other end, gets the $20. So now we change a few parameters of the story. We take that very same 2x4 that all three of them have been successfully able to cross easily. No fear. But we put now this 2x4 in between two high-rise buildings of over 20 stories. So now at the top of the building, all three of them are looking at this 2x4, and we say, okay, I'll give you $20 if you cross the 2x4. Well, all three of them are like, no way, this is not happening. I am not crossing this 2x4 that is just in between two high rise of 20 stories. Like, this is insane. I am not doing this. So then we start changing the parameters again for a different number. How about $100,000? Would you do it for $100,000? So the guy goes, you know what? I'm out. And not only I'm out, I have vertigo. I'm not even staying here. I'm going down. So he's gone. So then there's still the lady with the flat shoes and the lady with the high heels. So the lady with the high heels says, you know what? $100,000? I'm in. So she starts slowly walking on that 2x4. And as she comes closer to the point where the building is ending, where the first building is ending, and where there's nothing underneath her feet, she actually turns around and she says, you know what? Not worth it. I'm not doing it. This is not happening. So she turns around and she stays on the first building and never crossed to the second building. So then we raise the stake again and we say, what about $1 million? Would you do it for $1 million? And the ladies talk amongst themselves and they say, you know what? That's not happening. We're out. We're not doing it. So the lady with the high heels goes down. And what happens is that we change the stakes again. Now, the lady with the flat shoes is standing at the top of the first building. The second building is on fire, and her baby, 1 year old, is stuck at the top of the second building. Is she gonna cross the 2x4? Absolutely, no hesitation. She runs over, she grabs her baby, and she walks back. She does it twice to save her baby, because now it's worth what? So for some people, a certain amount of money will do it. They will try. They might not go through with it, and some might. For some people, they're like, you know what? There's no way. I'm never even wanting to do this. I'm out. I have vertigo. This is not for me. And for some people, it takes a strong why. It takes a very, very strong reason. And once you have a strong reason to do something, you have a strong why, there is no more fear. The young woman with the flat shoes totally forgot about her fears when her baby was stuck at the top of the second building on fire, and she did cross, no problem, because all of a sudden it was worth it. So what are your goals? What is your 2x4, and where is your 2x4? So maybe the things you're doing every day are easy, and maybe all you're getting is 20 bucks. Maybe there is no risk in your life, but you're not getting their very big rewards either. Maybe there are fears that keep you from crossing that high risk building, that 2x4 in between the two 20 stories building. And maybe these fears are keeping you because there is no strong why that has been defined. So one first step to any goal is when you set up a goal for yourself, when you have a dream, ask yourself, what will that do for me? Why is that really important for me? Is this really a goal? Is this really what I want? So I'll let you think about your why and think about the reason why you might start towards a goal. And once you start feeling the fear, you may turn around like the lady for $100,000 because you're like, you know what? Not worth it. And sometimes it's because the reason why you're doing it has not been defined clearly enough. For $100,000, there's no way she wanted to do it. However, if a loved one had been on the second building on fire, she would have more likely went, just like the lady with the flat shoes. So what is your why? Start going deeper and deeper into why is it that you want to do what you want to do. And once it's clear in your head that no matter what obstacle, you will push through, you will forget your fear because it is absolutely worth it. So find this strong why that will continue to drive you and make you be able, capable, and brave to face your fears.